What is going on, guys? It's Daniel here and welcome to the channel, and today we'll be talking about how to find the best niche for you in 2021. So I'm going to run you through a step-by-step process that will help you find the best niche for you that really fits you, putting your interest, the market, and the YouTube algorithm into consideration. So most of the things that I'll be sharing to you guys came from my own experience. I have a gaming channel. I've been running it for 1.5 years now. It's really growing and I'm really happy with it. So now let's get right into the topic. So first and the most important one, find something that you're really passionate about. But of course, you should be good at it. I know it sounds cliche, but it's so important to start from there. Some people do it like they will search for the most profitable or most popular niche, then choose from there even they're not really into the topic. They will just study it later. Yes, it might work, but in the long run, I don't think it's a good idea, especially if you really want to be big or you want YouTube to be your day job at some point. I mean, if you're really passionate about your niche, trust me, everything else will follow. You can make a lot of good topics out of it. You'll make better quality content, and most importantly, you will really enjoy it. Now, FAQ in this one is, what if your chosen interest doesn't have much audience? Good question. But let me tell you these. If you're interested into something, chances are really high that there are some other people do the same. And YouTube algorithm is so smart now, it will help you reach those viewers. Almost everyone can access YouTube now anyway, so you don't really need to worry about it, to be honest. Topics like how to crochet for beginners, it's not a big of a topic, but can pull million views within a year. And putting some stuff in a 100-ton hydraulic press can pull 40 million views within 7 months. So what I mean is, no matter what type of video you do, of course as long as it follows YouTube guidelines, the algorithm will find a way to find the right audience for you. Another FAQ in this one is, what if your chosen niche is oversaturated already? Like for example, doing music covers, gaming channels, makeup tutorials, technology, or whatever. So that is why you need to be really good in your niche, so you can really stand out. I would rather have a super saturated niche but I'm really good at it, than to be on a not that saturated niche but I'm not really into the topic. But we'll get back to that later. Another FAQ in this one is, what if you have lots of interest? You got two ways. First one is pretty straightforward. Just choose the one that you're really good at. Doesn't need to be your top passion, to be honest. Unfortunately, there's sometimes that you're not really good at with the thing that you're really passionate about. So you should find a balance of being passionate about it and being good at it. Now I might say, Daniel, I don't have any of that. You have one, trust me, you just need to find it. It takes effort and lots of exploration, but you have one, of course. So now going back, the other way is kind of tricky, which I used on my gaming channel. This is if possible only. So if you have lots of interest, try to combine some of them, not necessarily all of them, just the possible ones. So for example, you like traveling and food, right? What you can do is you can combine them in one channel. I'm not saying that some videos will be about food and some others will be about travel. It's not like that. So what you can do is you can discover food while traveling and showcase that travel experience. So in that way, you make your channel unique in that super saturated travel niche, and at the same time, you pursue multiple interests. So it's a win-win. So in my case, I love basketball, I love video games, and I finished electronics and communications engineering. So you have these analytical side of me. So what I did on my channel is, I produced the basketball video game tutorials in an analytical way. It's not the typical gaming channel, right? I present graphs, diagrams, charts. I even made my own programmable controller from scratch so I can produce those graphs. So I approached the game in a unique way. In that way, I made my channel stand out in a super saturated gaming niche. We all know how super saturated gaming niche is. And at the same time, I pursue multiple interests. And I'm really loving it. Now that you have your best interest that you're really good at, it's time to narrow it down. And if you chose to combine multiple interests, narrowing the niche is not really that necessary because usually it's already specific. But if it's still too big, you can try to. So for example, you plan to make a channel about tech or gadgets, try not to cover everything, try to cover photography only or computer components only or just phones only. Or if you want to make a gaming channel, try to cover just one game or at least narrow it down to one genre. Just cover shooting games if you want to or sports game only. What I mean is, don't try to be a jack of all trades, especially if it's your first channel. Now, lots of reasons why you need to narrow it down, but these are the solid ones. First, it's hard to be really master in something if your scope is too big. And that's a major factor why people subscribe to you at the first place. They feel that you know what you're doing. So if your scope is too big, it will take you a while to master everything about your niche. There's a big misconception about huge scope channel. Some people think that, if I make my videos about everything, my channel will be more searchable. Yes, in some way it's true, but your channel will suffer more in other aspects, assuming this is your first channel. Yes, you can reach some audience, but that's about it. When they check your channel and most of your videos are out of their interest, they're not going to subscribe to you anyway. You probably saw a channel already that had a viral video, then never saw that channel again. Because people just like the video, but they don't really like the channel. So don't get caught up with the thought that you need a wide topic for the searchability. It's not that way. Now, narrowing the niche doesn't apply in all cases. So for example, if you're a famous person, you're the topic, you're the niche, so whatever you do, they're going to watch your videos anyway. So in that case, just make everything interesting. Don't worry about algorithm. The algorithm is outside. It's in real life. So in that case, don't worry about narrowing your niche. So in summary, choose your best interest that you're really good at, and if you have lots of interest, choose the one that you're really good at, and if possible, try to combine some of them and make a unique niche. Then after that, narrow it down to a specific niche. Don't worry about saturation, because if you're really good in your craft, put in work, somehow you'll stand out. And don't worry about number of audience. YouTube algorithm is so smart now, somehow it will find a way to reach your audience. So that's all for the video. If you like it, please smash that like button, and don't forget to drop by the channel for some other videos. And as always, stay safe and happy gaming, guys. Peace.